Now I think we're resetting to, I'll pay X amount above the appraisal if it doesn't appraise.
Right.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
And as we discuss our market and where we think it's going, as we talked about before, we think it's trending away from, but it's still very much a seller's market.
Right. So I'm not seeing buyers coming in and being able to offer 10% less on houses on the average. I'm not seeing buyers come in and write offers getting a ton of closing costs paid by the seller. Not seeing that yet. No. I am seeing the shift in the appraisals like you talked about, which was in a normal world, you would have a contract written where the deal is subject to the appraisal, right? Whatever the house appraises at, that's really what I want to buy it for, that kind of thing. Then we got to a hotter market where it became, okay, I'll pay this price or possibly more if it doesn't appraise. Like if it comes in 5,000 lower or 10,000 lower, I'll pay that difference. Then we reached the very pinnacle, which was no appraisal contingency at all. Right. Regardless of what the house appraises at, I will buy this house, right?
Yep.
Now I think we're resetting to, I'll pay X amount above the appraisal if it doesn't appraise.
Right.
And we're seeing less of the, I'll simply waive the appraisal. Is that your sense?
I'm seeing fewer and fewer people even consider paying above appraised anymore.
Okay.
It's really gotten to the point now. So the buyers, when we were talking with buyers, we would counsel buyers, Darren. We would talk to them about the idea about offering a price, but hey, listen, you're kind of protected by the bank's appraisal. If you think you're paying too much, the bank's going to tell you their opinion, and then you can back out of the deal if you don't like it. That's what the appraisal does, essentially. The bank wants to know, well, is this house really worth what you're paying for it? We want to make sure. So we're double checking, and that's what the appraisal's for.
Right.
And so the way we would counsel buyers in another market was, hey, listen, even if you feel like you're overpaying a little bit, let's see what the appraisal says. Maybe the appraisal is going to come in at value, and you'll feel validated in your offer. Or maybe it's going to come in a little light, and then we can negotiate with the seller and see if we can get that number down.
Yes.
Down at that point. And that's part of the process. Are
we seeing appraisals catch up with value now?
We are.
I am, yeah.
We are,
Yeah.
Indeed. That's a great question, Darren, because we saw there was some resistance for a very short time.
June of last year, as the market really started to roar, appraisals were lagging that, and they were coming in low compared to the sales prices a lot.
Yeah.
And
but they didn't matter.
Well,
they didn't matter.
The buyers at that time were willing to do whatever it took, right?
Right.
And so, I'm getting far fewer appraisal problems, and I'm seeing actually a number of them, or a few of them so far, and this is anecdotal, but a few of them above the price.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio.